But you might be glad to know that we are starting by lying down. So just taking your time as you come to your comfortable lying down position, whether the feet are out or the knees are up, and just melting into the mat, whether the arms are down by the sides or resting on the body. Just noticing the breath. The chest rises and lowers. And just connecting to the sounds and the vibrations and the rhythm. Just letting the mind begin to still. Any thoughts that enter, just letting them drift away. As you take nice, long, conscious, deep breaths, as your attention draws inwards, as everything just slows and stills. Observing the connection between you and the mat. And just the quality of the breath as it changes with time. Letting go. Do you release, relax and calm? Any thoughts that pop in, do you just acknowledge them? Just letting them float away, so the mind is still. Do you take a conscious breath? Do you give yourself permission to just relax and enjoy as you switch off in your practice? Now, your next inhale, just taking a nice, long, deep breath as we fill the chest and the ribs and the tummy. You hold this breath in for a second and just sigh it away through parted lips. As we repeat twice more. As you've had those three, the breath returns to normal, calm and still, longer and deeper. Now as we combine movement with breath, as we inhale, reaching those arms up overhead onto the floor behind us. And again as we exhale, as we sigh the breath away, as the arms come back down. Twice more. with the arms back down by the sides. You leave them here for a breath. And we'll repeat, but this time, as we exhale, reaching the arms over. You leave the arms here, holding that breath. So you take a swallow, drawing the tummy up and back, holding only as long as is comfortable. And on your inhale, gently breathing in, so those arms come back down. Again, twice more. Do you exhale over? Do you swallow the breath in? Holding for a breath or two. And inhale. We release back down. And final one. Leaving the arms by the sides, observing the difference in the breath. And then from here, let's just rock the head from side to side. So it gently lowers to one, and then across to the other side. Just gently rotating around the neck. And just easing it off a little. And when you've worked evenly, as that head comes back to center in stillness, with that back of the neck long, and then hugging those knees in towards the chest. With the shoulders dropped, just squeezing the knees in. Have a gentle rock from side to side if you like. You roll one way and the head rolls the other. Just easing off that lower back. Lovely. And then as those knees come back to center, squeezing them in just a tad more, just for a breath. And then as we inhale, lift one leg up to the ceiling and just place the other sole of the foot on the mat. The arms can just be resting by the sides. We can rotate this ankle if we wish. Being sure to go both ways. And then flexing the toes. As we inhale up. And exhale, pointing the toes towards us. Breath by breath. And then, just give everything a gentle shake off. And then, so with that knee that's bent on the floor, the foot that's on the floor, just walk it forward a pace or two, just so that knee is nice and loosely bent. And then the foot that's in the air, inhale as we point that heel up to the ceiling. As we exhale, let's lower the knee that's in the air so it's level with the other knee. The leg is still straight. Inhale, the leg in the air can become a little longer. As we exhale, lowering that leg so it's between the ankle and the knee. As we inhale and reach. And exhale, lowering it so it just hovers off the floor. Inhale and reach. And exhale as it lowers. As you hug this knee into the chest. Just squeezing that in. And then as you take a hold of this knee with the opposite arm, you inhale the same arm out to shoulder height. We exhale over the bent knee into a nice twist. Looking over that opposite shoulder if you like. You inhale into this open lung. And exhale, just releasing round, exploring in the twist. And on our next inhale, back to center, giving this knee a final squeeze in. And then as you place that sole of the foot on the mat, we inhale, lifting the other foot up in the air. Just make sure the back of your neck is still long. And then let's begin. We rotate this ankle around both ways. And then flexing those toes. Inhale up. We exhale, pointing them towards. Breath by breath, as we stretch the front and back of the leg. And then, giving it a nice loose shake off. And same with the foot that's on the floor. Have that knee loosely bent, so maybe walk it forward a pace. Inhale, reaching the heel in the air up a little further. As we exhale, lowering the knee so it's level with the other knee. Can we inhale, reaching that heel further? Exhale as we lower between the ankle and knee. Inhale and reach. Exhale so that foot hovers off the floor. Inhale and reach. And exhale. That foot to the floor, hugging that knee in. Giving it a nice squeeze in. And then as we hold it with the opposite arm, inhaling the other arm out. And exhale over into a twist. Do you look over the opposite shoulder? As we breathe in, lengthen the spine into the open lung. And release on the exhale. You release into this side. Noticing the difference compared to the first. As we inhale, back to center. Squeezing this knee in again. As we exhale, both soles of the feet to the floor. Ready for bridge. So, as we bring the heels quite close into the hips, palms face down on the mat, back of that neck is long. To begin with pelvic tilting, as we inhale, peeling the hips up just slightly. As we exhale them down. As we repeat breath by breath. Just so that small curve of the lower back flattens on the mat. And as he lowers, that curve returns. Micro massage the micro muscles. And then you next lower, we can move into full bridge. As we inhale, powering through the feet, we lift those hips up. Exhale, peeling the spine back down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Twice more. As we inhale and lift. Exhale, peeling it down. The last thing down is the hips. Third time. Exhale down. Now, we're going to go up again, but can we hold it for 6? So inhale up. Lower at any point that you wish. Keep the arms face down on the mat or interlock the fingers. You tuck the shoulders under. With each inhale, so those hips lift up. Exhale, can we press through the hands and feet? When you've had the 6, gently unraveling back down to the mat, peeling that spine down. You take a hold of each knee individually, hugging them out and up to the sides of the chest. The back of that neck is still long. As we hold the knees here, it's counter stretching where we've worked. You tune into the breath, finding calm and stillness. As we inhale, bringing those knees together. As we hug them both in. Having a rock, if you wish. And in your own time, you can rock up to sit, or you can roll over to one side. Coming up any way that you choose. As we come back up to a comfortable seated, cross-legged position. That spine nice and long. With the arms, as we inhale, circling them up. Exhaling those palms down back to heart center. Once more. Nice, long, deep breaths. We draw everything back. And then let's send these legs out. So roughly 45 degrees. Nice and wide. You can always make it shorter. Have a bend in these knees if you like. Point those toes up. As you breathe in tall in this chest. Rooting down through those sit bones. And again, inhale. reaching those arms up. As we look over any leg, and exhale, folding over it. Allowing that head to hang. Have a bend in that knee if you need. With each inhale, breathing as you make space in the spine. As you exhale, releasing in. Breath by breath, as the body gives in. As we inhale, back up to center. Those arms come up again. As we look over the opposite leg, and exhale over. Releasing down. To inhale that length in the spine, giving in. Those toes still pointing up. Lovely. As we inhale, back up. As we look over the first leg. Exhale, this other arm is going over the other. There we've got it. I didn't describe it well. Nice side twist. Can these top fingers touch your toes? Releasing down with each exhale. Now, can we really use the core here? Can we inhale, powering up? Opposite side. And exhale over. Wherever the hand lands. Releasing down with each exhale. That top arms reaches further. And again, inhale, working that core as we come up. Hands together. And let's exhale down through the front. You can hold the legs or the toes. Maybe you need a bend in those knees. As we let everything settle. And the breath calm and still. And we inhale, back up, and palms back down to center. As we bring the soles of the feet together. So we can just start them off nice and loose, don't need to be too close into the hips. If you can, take a hold of the soles of the feet or just anywhere in the legs. So breathe in nice and tall through that chest. And the chin should be slightly tucked in. And just gradually, as those hips release, that they maybe come in just a tad closer. Only as much as is comfortable. And then on our next exhale, taking a hold of each foot, can we just peel them open like a book a little? And that will really get into the hips, so just be cautious. Maintaining that length in the chest. With each breath, those hips just ease. Lovely. Let's just back off so you can let go of the feet. Spine nice and long. Now, we're going to work into our sides. The feet might want to go forward, and it'll become apparent if you keep them close. So, side folds. As we inhale, one arm up. Exhale, as the other walks out. That elbow can bend. It's folding down. Releasing with each breath. As we inhale, back up, floating that arm down. Other side. As we inhale this one up, and exhale over. Inhaling, lengthen the spine, releasing in. And inhale, back up, and float that down. Let's ease these shoulders off. Just take a few nice, long, slow circles. Being sure to go the other way as well. Just squeeze them back and up, forward and down. And then shake them off. And from here, let's come through to all fours. Any way that you like, whether you're rolling over those knees. As we come through with the knees under the hips and the wrists under the shoulders. And if you've got the palms out on the mat, just have the fingers nice and spread. As we inhale, lengthen the spine, just rooting down through the palms. As we get ready to move in cat. As we inhale, curling up. And exhale, curling down. Breath by breath as we move. Feeling through each vertebrae of the spine. How does it feel? And if you're moving, just take a nice deep bend in the elbows as you move. It can become a scooping-like movement. Just doing one more round. And when you've worked evenly, just sinking yourself back to your child position, adjusting as you need. As we sink that chest and head down. As we tune into the breath. With each inhale, as we just find a little length. And we exhale, just sinking, releasing down. The body calm and still. Any tension and stress drifting away. Just you and your practice, No distractions from the outside world. As we inhale, lifting back up to our all fours, ready to come to dog. We tuck those toes under. Inhale, lifting the hips up as we sink the chest and head through. And if you wish, as you walk from foot to foot, one heel lowers, stretching the back of those legs. You're just enjoying the stillness. And then, as we inhale, we walk the feet to the hands, and hands to the feet, as we sink into our forward fold, with a slight bend in those legs to release the lower back. And in your time, slowly inhale as you curl up to your standing position. Those feet nice and planted. Breath calm and still. Everything still. And let's see. Oh, God. So this is much more complicated now. You've now got to manage two cameras. It's not just the one. But that should be us. Oh, Jesus. Sorry, this table is hanging off the other table that it sat on. There we go. Calm is restored. From here, we'll change the tempo a little bit. But before we do, as we settle everything down, inhale as we reach. As we exhale everything back to heart center. And then let's move into salute to the sun, so probably around the middle of your mat. As we start, inhale, reaching up with those palms together. As we sigh the breath away in a gentle back bend. As we inhale it back. Exhale, folding forward. Now halfway, releasing down. As we sink in our forward fold. And on an inhale, as we plant those palms, step the feet back into dog. Exhale as that chest and head sink through. Next exhale, rolling over onto those knees, toes untucked. Then we inhale, scooping up into cat. Exhale, scooping down in our downward cat. As we inhale back in upward cat. This time, oh no, not yet, not the feet. Step the knees back as we exhale, flat back. Can we shift forward into a kneeling plank? We inhale up tall. Exhale, lowering that chest down. Checking the palms are by the chest. Inhaling up into cobra. As we exhale, tensing the buttocks, peeling the spine down. One more. Healing up. Exhaling down. As we inhale through to all fours again. As we sink the chest and hips back into a brief child. Just for a breath or two. As we inhale back up into our all fours. And then inhale, point one foot back. As we exhale, bending that knee, slowly scooping it through into our lunge. So planting the foot. As we exhale, sinking that weight forward, knee and ankle in alignment. As we inhale, tall in the chest. As we sink forward and down. And then, as we plant the opposite palm. Inhaling up, opening over the leg, reaching up a little further, and on your next exhale, sinking it down as we sink back in our lunge, and then any way you like, as you send that foot back. Ready for the other. We inhale the other leg out. Exhale, bending that knee, scooping it through to the lunge on this side. As we sink that weight forward. Again, that knee and ankle in alignment. As you breathe in tall in the chest. Exhale as those hips release down. And then opening up. So plant the opposite foot, hand. Inhale, reaching up. As it reach a little further. Exhale. That one lowers. And then set. Can you hear me okay? Oh, right, okay. Zoom was popping up with stuff. Right, okay, sorry. Tuck the toes in. That was a brief rest, so we'll just do it double time now. So tuck those toes in. Exhale back. So you'll get a stretch in the feet, almost like child. And we inhale. Can we open up into our dog? Adjust the position as you need. And then inhale, walking the feet towards the hands to the feet in forward fold. Sinking in the fold just for a breath. And inhale, uncurling up, the hands in the air. Exhaling them back to heart center. And just letting them release. Taking a brief rest in your standing. And we can try another round or two if I can get this microphone tucked back in. Ready to repeat? Inhale, arms up, sigh the breath away in a back bend. Inhale the arms back together. Exhaling down as we fold. As we allow everything to sink down. Inhale, planting the palms, stepping the feet back, lifting those hips up, as that chest and head sink through. And on our next exhale, we roll over the toes into all fours. As we inhale up in cat. Exhale, down in cat. Let's change up. So inhale, up in cat again. Can we tuck the toes in here? As we exhale, uncurl. Hips up, in dog. And then can we inhale, one leg in the air. As we exhale, that knee bending as it lowers back down into our lunge. As we scoop it through. Back leg can then be straight, or the knee can be on the floor. As you breathe tall in the chest. Can we breathe in a little taller, maybe resting the palms on the thighs. That's it. As we exhale, back down, planting those palms. Inhale, leg back up. Three-legged dog, sorry. Send that foot back into four-legged dog. Ready for the other side. Inhaling the opposite foot up into the air. As we exhale, bending that knee, slowly lowering it through into our lunge on this side. Drop the back knee if you wish. As we breathe in tall in the chest. Next inhale, can we lift up a little taller? Lovely. Exhale. Planting the palms. So we're inhaling back into three-legged dog. Or just dog if you prefer. Exhale. Lowering that foot back onto the mat. As we lower the knees down to all fours. Shifting the weight forwards, we're bringing everything down. With the palms by the chest. Inhaling up into cobra. Exhale, tensing the buttocks, peeling that spine down. Once more. And then inhaling up all fours back into child. Just for a brief rest. Letting the breath settle. As we inhale, back to all fours, with those toes tucked in. Inhaling up, last dog. As we step the feet towards the hands to the feet. As you exhale, sinking down in your fold. Slowly inhaling up. The hands come up. And exhale, heart center. That seemed hard to try and describe that and breathe in, breathe out and do it all as well. I'm breathless. Let's just settle everything down as we catch the breath. So those feet nice and planted. Yourselves nice and tall, chin tucked in. As we inhale, hands coming out. And exhale, back down, timing this to your breath. Inhaling out. Exhale down. Now, all on the inhale, inhaling out, heart center. Exhale, the way we came up. Once more. Now, all again, inhaling out, heart center, and up. Exhale, down, out, and down. Once more. Lovely. I think we need to ease these wrists off a wee bit too. But shoulders first. Inhale. Arms out to the side. Exhale. That was a firework, sorry. One elbow on top of the other. So we wrap the palms. Sending the elbows up. Now with a slight bend in the knees, so you're nice and bouncy. You inhale tall in the chest. Exhale, sending everything forward to halfway. Can we inhale a little taller here? And exhale. Folding down as we release, feeling that stretch move. Just letting it all release. And on an inhale, bringing everything back up. Elbows back up to shoulder height. And exhale as we unravel all the way out. Inhaling them a little longer. As we exhale, the other elbow on top of the other. Wrapping around this side or back of the palms. Elbows up to shoulder height. Remember, just knees nice and loose. As we exhale, folding forward to halfway. As we inhale a little longer. And exhale, folding down. And observing any difference on this side. As we inhale, all the way back up. Maybe unravel again. Now feel it across the chest. And exhale. Palms onto the shoulders. And we'll just make circles. We can just start circling those elbows. It can be nice and big circles, or maybe small ones. And then going the opposite way as well. Lovely. Just slow that down. And everything falls down. Shake anything off that you need. And then the wrists. Inhale, palms to heart center. Fingers interlocked. Those palms come up, just in line with the eyes. With one hand doing the work. So begin to rotate. The other hand nice and loose as it follows along. As we slow that down, send the fingers along one, and then let the other hand do the work. Being sure to rotate around both ways. Lovely. That comes back. And then send the first two fingers up together and the other one's interlocked. As we exhale, pointing them down. Then a big inhale. Scoop it up. And then let's take a side bend. As we exhale over to any side. Hailing back. Other side to your breath. Once more to each side. You exhale over. Inhaling back. Last side. We come back up. Bringing those fingers down. As we interlock them all, push everything away. Big inhale, reaching up. Exhale, separating everything down. Shaking, doing whatever feels right. As we get ready for a balance. So with those feet planted, as we inhale, lifting all the toes, we exhale, spreading them down. You can repeat again, spread them down, and then we'll move. As we inhale, one heel up, nice and tall in the chest. We lift that knee up. What can help is have this other knee slightly bent. Breathing in tall. Shoulders dropping. Now you have two options. You can send the knee out to the side or take a hold of the ankle as it goes out. So that's a new variation for you. So whatever you choose to do. Breathing that length up in the chest. That foot tucks in wherever it goes. And if you're ready, as we inhale and reach. Nice and tall through the spine. exhaling the hands down to heart center. So shoulders are dropped. With each inhale, breathing up from that standing foot all the way up. As we root it all the way back down. And tuning into the breath, the stillness in the mind. And then your exhale, gently release back down. Have a little walk from foot to foot, planting this first foot. So breathe in tall, lifting the opposite heel in your time. And then when that knee comes up in front, to breathe in tall in the chest. Now if you're still, so we can go the way that we know. Take a hold of the ankle as you bring it straight in. Whatever works for you. Tucking the foot in whenever you're ready. Remember that breath tall through the chest. And then as we inhale, reaching up. Palms down to heart center. As we inhale the breath up through the standing foot. I'm not trying to put you off. Can we find calm and stillness on this side? You breathe in as that chest expands. We root it all down. And as we exhale, let's gently undo. Again, just taking a little walk out, if you like. Now, in the centre of the mat, as we come down into dog, through forward fold first. Breathe in nice and tall. As we exhale down slowly, with the chin tucked in, and shoulders rounded, knees bent. As we lower down vertebrae by vertebrae, feeling through all of the spine. When you're down, whether the arms hang, you hold the elbows. It's all your choice. And then the next breath or two, we inhale, planting the palms, stepping the feet back into our downward dog. Whether you walk or enjoy the stillness, it's all your choice. And in time, exhaling down to all fours as we sink the hips back into your child position. That chest and head lower to the mat as we tune into our breaths. Observing the body. Noticing the areas of stillness, easing off any areas of remaining tension. And then time. Inhaling back through to our all fours. Just for a very brief cat. We inhale, curling up. And exhale, curling down. Breath by breath. We observe the difference between the move now and earlier on, using it to ease out any areas that need it. When you've worked evenly, to come back to our flat back position, as we get ready to come and lie down, as we cross the ankles and bending the knees up, nice and loosely bent. To breathe in tall in this chest, and the arms up. We exhale, peeling the spine down, working the core as you lower. Last thing down is the head, with the chin tucked in. The legs can just be straight out on the mat. We observe the body, nice and heavy on the mat. In your time, hugging any knee in, just one. Release into this side of the hip. And same as before, taking hold of this knee with the opposite arm. As we inhale the other arm out to shoulder height. And exhale, bending over the straight leg. You can look over the opposite shoulder if it's comfortable. Do release out into this twist. And only if you wish. And the bent leg that's bent over, you can straighten that leg if you like. Just with time and gravity, you allow the body just to ease into this twist. And in your time, roll over, bending that knee or hugging that knee back in. It's very briefly. And then as we send that knee back out onto the mat, as we inhale, hugging the other one in. Squeezing it in as we hold it here, releasing into this side of the hip. And then as we take a hold of this one with the opposite arm, hailing the other out to shoulder height. As we exhale, rolling over. And only looking over the opposite shoulder if it's comfortable. And just with time and the breath, easing into the twist. The body settles and just gives in. And as we inhale, rolling back to center, hugging that knee in. And then as we hug the other one in as well. If you wish, you can lift the head up towards the knees, the shoulders dropping. You can have a subtle rock if you like here. And in your time, exhaling that head back down to the mat. And you can continue to rock if you like. Lovely. Those knees come back to center. As we inhale, reaching the legs up into the air. And the arms can rest by the side if you like. Much a bend in those knees so they just hang. And then as we inhale, bringing the arms up as well. You can begin to rotate if you like. Again, being sure to go both ways. Then, giving everything a shake off. You inhale the arms up through the legs, taking a hold of the outer edges of the feet. As we draw the knees out and up to the side of the chest. And you can rock around in this position if you want. And in your time, you bring the soles of the feet together, just hugging them in very briefly. As you send the soles of the feet out onto the mat. As you find your comfortable relaxation position. And then your relaxation. Observing the breath. Long and light. The connection between you and the mat. And observing the mind. Calm and still. Gradually let the senses draw inwards. As we begin to focus the breath around the body. As we draw in energy and light. And exhale, releasing any tension and stress. Crown of the head. Forehead. Eyes and nose. cheeks. Chin, jaw and ears. Front and back of the neck. Shoulders and collarbone. Left shoulder. Left elbow. Left wrist. Front and back of the palm. Left fingers and fingertips. Right shoulder. Right elbow. Right wrist. Front and back of the palm. Right fingers and fingertips. Front and back of the chest. Ribs. Tummy and lower back. Hips and pelvic floor. Left hip. Left thigh. Front and back of the knee. Left calf. Ankle. Left heel. Ball of the foot. Left toes. Right hip. Right thigh. Front and back of the knee. Right calf. Ankle. Right heel. Ball of the foot. Right toes. The whole body. The whole body. To tune in to the sounds of your breath and feeling the air touch your skin. To draw the attention back to this moment, begin to wiggle your toes and fingers. You make small movements. In time, you can inhale, sending those arms overhead for a breath or two if you like. And in time, tugging those knees in towards the chest, whether in stillness or rocking. You gently roll over to any side. You open the eyes here and slowly lifting yourself to your seated position. That spine long and light, shoulders dropping. And slowly inhaling, those arms up. The palms come together as we exhale them down to heart center. We bow our heads, giving thanks for all that we are, all we have, and all that we will be. Namaste.